All right, hello wine drinking people. Today is Wednesday, the 19th of June, making our way through the very hot and muggy summer here at the Wine Watch. And, we wouldn't be remiss if we didn't offer you, our wine drinking people, a light, crisp, refreshing wine for the summertime. Even though it's tough to get you to show up to these white wine tastings, we know you guys like white wine, especially when it's really hot. And what better white wine than Chablis when it gets hot outside? And we've got one of the greatest producers here, Fevre. These guys, of the 47 hectares that they own, over half of it is Premier and Grand Cru vineyards. So these guys have rather large holdings here. And, this is a very old producer. They've been around for a long time, but just recently acquired, in 1998 by the Royaux group. And they've really brought the reputation even higher with this brand. And, they used to use quite a bit of oak in these wines. And Chablis, well, the trend everywhere is to use less oak, especially in the world's greatest terroirs. Burgundy, Chablis. Well, Chablis is about 2 hours north of the Cote de Beaune, the other area where they make great Chardonnay and Burgundy. And it's about 2 hours from south of Champagne. They also grow quite a bit of Chardonnay in Champagne. So very kind of a mix between the two, Champagne and Burgundy. The Côte de Nuit, you have a very unique soil here. The limestone soils, you get this old remains of the ocean floor. You really notice this seashell-like minerality in these wines. Very typical, very unique, and great with seafood. Great for, to help brighten up your dinner here. We've got the 2011 vintage, which Luc Bouchard always stops in, or somebody from Henriot stops in. Bouchard, also owned by Henriot, to show us the new wines, these 2011s. He compares it kind of a cross between 2009 and 2010. These wines have the lovely, generous forward fruit of 2009, and they have the bright acidity of 2010, the best of both worlds. Well, these 2011s are very charming, I'd have to say. After drinking a few of these wines, they didn't stop by with everything, but we always place, an order for these wines. One of my favorite producers in the Chablis region, and they have got some incredible wines. The Montmains, one of my favorites, the 2011. This one was bottled in November of last year, and this wine has got that bright lemon citrus on the nose, that seashell-like minerality shining through. Lemon drop candy fruits, a good amount of that minerality with a firm acidity at the end, but generous fruit, lots of energy here in these 2011. Excellent juice. The Chablis Vaulorent. This wine is approaching Grand Cru status to me in terms of the complexity. It's right next to the Clos on the Grand Cru slopes, kind of a baby Grand Cru. Really good concentration on the nose here, that bright lemon blossom fruit, white grapefruit. A good hand of minerality, that seashell-like note, salty, briny character shining through with this. A little more energy than 2009, a little more generous than 2010. A really bright, high-toned wine here with lovely mineral nuance on the finish. Excellent juice. Not quite as good as the 2010, but still excellent. And on sale for $54. And then the Le Clos, the big boy. This 2011 needs a little time, as Le Clos usually does. Got that distinct minerality of Chablis shining through in this wine. Sees no new oak, but they do barrel ferment it. You get that lovely lime, citrus, pretty floral notes coming through with that. Very precise wine on the tongue with layers of that limestone minerality, the chalky nuance showing through here on the finish. This wine needs time, but it has all the right stuff, leaves the tongue salivating for food, a hallmark of Chablis. And we've got some other wines, the Champ Royaux, the Domaine Fevre, the Bougros, and the Prussez. Everything on this offer. And I've listed the stuff we still have from 2010, a phenomenal vintage for Chablis. Just bottles left, one you want to hang on to, one for the ages. That's what we got to offer you today from Fevre. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.